welcome back. This is the last lesson recording for IM1 on August 18th of 2020. So now we're going to be talking about exponents. When you see this 2 plus 2, 2 times 2, 2 with this number at the top, they're actually all doing the different things. The answer turns out to be the same. That's only just coincidence. So we are going to explore exponents. To begin, we are going to start by watching this video.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this lesson where we are going to explore the basic concepts behind exponents. Now, as always with our lessons, we're going to start out by guiding our thinking with a question, and that question is, what is an exponent? But first, let's chill by the pool for a moment. Let's also consider the addition of a tropical drink, which would not be complete without a mini umbrella. What does this have to do with math? Well, exponents work like this. We have some number that's called our base value. That's like the actual drink in the glass. Exponent is like the little umbrella up at the top. So now we can extend our thinking to looking at some numbers. Imagine if we had 3 with a little 2 up the top right-hand corner. This notation says that 3 is the base value and 2 is the exponent. We should also note that exponents are also called powers. So for this example, we could say 3 to the power of 2 or 3 raised to the power of 2. So now mathematically, what does 3 to the power of 2 even mean? So this is how it works. We always start off with the base value, in this case 3. And since it's being raised to a power of 2, we will be using the number 3 2 times. And anytime we work with exponents, our operation is going to be multiplication. So we're multiplying those 2 3's together. Another way to say it is 3 times 3, which we know equals 9. So 3 to the second power is equal to 3 times 3, which is equal to 9. And now we can extend this thinking. We know that 3 to the second power equals 3 times 3. We're multiplying 3 twice. 3 to the third power equals 3 times 3 times 3. We're multiplying 3 3 times. And, of course, 3 to the fourth power is going to equal 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, or 3 multiplied 4 times. So now we can stop and make a conclusive statement, and that statement is that an exponent tells you how many times the base value is multiplied by itself. Now, for those of you currently studying algebra, you're probably thinking, what about variables? Well, what if we had something like x times x times x times x? Using our understanding of how exponents work, we can conclude that this would be equivalent to x raised to the power of 4, or x to the fourth power, since there are 4 x's being multiplied together. So let's keep these concepts in mind and really think about and visualize what they mean and what they represent, because we're going to go ahead and extend them to using the laws of exponents in future lessons. So check those out, and thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you soon.
Okay, so now that we have some understanding of what the exponents are, let's think about which are the same in this problem. Okay, you have 3 to the power of 2, or 3 squared, we sometimes say, or 3 times 2, or 2 to the power of 3, or 2 times 3. Okay, pause the video right now and see if you can evaluate. Find the values of all of them, each one of them, and see which ones are the same. Okay, so hopefully you had the chance to think about the values of them. 3 to the power of 2, or 3 squared, just means 3 times 3. 3 is being multiplied to itself 2 times. So 3 times 3 is 9. What about 3 times 2? 3 times 2 just is 6. Okay? What about 2 to the power of 3? 2 to the power of 3 means 2 is being multiplied to itself 3 times. So 2 times 2 times 2, which is same as 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So it's going to be 8. The answer will be 8. And then D is 2 times 3 is just 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, notice that 6 here and 6 here, they are the same. Okay, but this is a very different number. This is a very different number. So the one thing you need to remember is 3 times, when you do multiplication, multiplication is commutative. That means if you just change the order of the numbers, that two numbers that you multiply, it does not matter. However, this is a very different notation to 3 times 2. And this is a very different notation to 2 times 3. And 3 to the power of 2 is very different from 2 to the power of 3. So be sure as to if you truly understand the meaning of them all. Okay, so at this time, we're going to try some teddy bear math. Okay, this is a time where you get to bring in a soft toy. Usually we will be doing this as a partner talk, but we do not have your partners. We are not in class. So you are going to be getting a stuffed toy and you're going to be talking to it. And this way you just really get to practice saying it out loud, and that actually enables you to process your understanding at a different level. So I know it's going to sound a little bit awkward for you to be talking to yourself or to your teddy bear, but please, believe me, this is going to be helpful for you to process it in your brain. So please follow this. Okay, so you are going to be saying to the teddy bear the following expressions. So if you see a 4 squared, okay, what you can say this is 4 squared or 4 to the power of 2. How do we read this? 4 with the 2, little number of 2 at the top, 4 squared or 4 to the power of 2. So that was an example. So can you do the same with B, C, and D right now? Please pause the video and do so, and we'll go over what you should have said. Okay, you had a chance. -2. Remember, what's the number that is being raised to? It's the -2. It's not just 2. It's the -2 is being raised to the power of 4. So we say -2 to the power of 4. Okay. Or here we have 2 cubed. When it's squared, cubed, those are the two special names that we have. Beyond that, beyond 2 and 3, we do not have any special names. So we say to the power of 4. So in this case, this will be also called 2 to the power of 3. And then lastly, this is just 5 squared or 5 to the power of 2. Okay, let's keep moving. All right, let's rewrite the following exponents as multiplication, then simplify. Okay, so what is 3 to the power of 4? I am going to do this as an example for you. 3 to the power of 4 just means 3 is being multiplied to itself 4 times. So it's 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So you could solve this as 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Or 27 times 3 is 81. Or you could have thought of it as 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 3 is 9, and so 9 times 9 is 81. So you could, either way, you would have gotten the same answer. So please pause the video and see if you can evaluate all of them, please. Okay, I am going to give you the answers. It's -2 to the power of 4. So that just means -2 is being raised or being multiplied to itself 4 times. Now remember, negative times negative is going to be positive. So -2 times -2 is going to be positive 4. Okay, now positive 4 is being multiplied to -2. So positive 4 times -2 is going to be -8. Now to -8, another -2 is being multiplied. So -8, negative times negative is going to give you positive again, but 8 times 2 is 16, so it's going to be positive 16. So I hope you got that. What about this? Negative 2 to the power of 3 is negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Okay, so negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Oh, there's an error. This should be a negative 8. I will correct it for the class slide. Finally, 4 to the power of 3 is 4 times 4 times 4, which is 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Okay, next up. How about the opposite way? If you see this expression, can you go backwards and write it as an exponent form? Okay, so what is the number being multiplied to itself? The number is 12. And how many times is it going to be multiplied to itself? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So this is going to be 12 to the power of 5, right? Likewise, can you do the same thing for B, C, and D, please? Please pause the video and do that now. And hopefully you had a chance. And here are the answers. The 48 is being multiplied to itself 3 times, so it's 48 to the power of 3. In this case, it's don't get the decimal places and multiplication signs mixed up. Again, this is the reason you need to make sure that it's really clear to you where you're writing the decimal place and multiplication. The number that is being multiplied to itself is 0.25, and it's being multiplied 4 times. What about this? Fractions. Well, it's just 3 over 5 is being multiplied to itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So it is just going to be 3 over 5 to the power of 6. All right, so at this point, we are at the end of the lesson. So you are going to write down on the table of content in your notebook, that's the very first page, you're going to write today's date, which is August 18th, 8-18. And you're going to write review integer math exponents. And then you are also going to send me a private chat. So in your chat, can you just tell me how this lesson was? This will help me as to how well you processed it. So it's going to be a private chat. You do not chat it to everyone. Just do it to me, and only I will be able to see it. And lastly, let me just quickly explain your homework. So this is the Canvas. Once you go to Canvas for IM2, you are going to get here, okay? Remember, we're done with week 1, or unless you haven't done your homework, okay? The one way to collapse this so that your canvas is a little bit more, it's not cluttered, is to use this triangle. Notice what happens. It just shrinks it. Once you're done with the module, then you can use these triangles to make it a little neater for yourself. Okay, here we go. And then if you go to week 2, what you're going to see is you're going to see the resources. So you're going to see Monday classwork, which actually is not there. But resources, you're going to see the lesson slides that you are seeing today. You're going to see the lesson recordings. And there's also the link to how to turn in the Canvas video. And then there is the Monday homework. If I click on this, it's going to lead me to the Monday homework, and it gives you all the instructions. So you're going to write down table of content, order of operations. So you just entered the table of content before, but now we're going to do a new unit called order of operations, and you're going to watch an Edpuzzle video, and the link is here. And again, make sure that you have signed up for it, and then you are going to complete this worksheet. Okay, that order of operations worksheet, and there's also 2 exercises on the Khan Academy that you need to do. So for the Khan Academy, if you click on this, you are going to see that it has been assigned to you. Okay, if you just click on this, it's going to go send you straight to that link, and oh well, maybe it's not working right now for me, but it will work on your, oh, here we go. All right, so it's going to send you straight to the exercise that you should be attempting. And then if you go back to Canvas, it's going to send you to the next exercise. Okay, that's it for today. Happy doing the homework. And if you have any questions, or if you are stuck on anything, I am here to help you. Come to my study or shoot me an email. Okay, take care.